my name is Michael Fine and welcome to Envision Tech's introductory HTML video. In this one I'll be covering how to use VS Code and specifically how to install Live Server to see what your code actually does and how to make different files, specifically HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files. So let's get into it. First things first, this is VS Code. Here's where you'll code. There's nothing there yet. And here is where you'll click to pretty much run your HTML. But we don't have the extensions open yet. Let's go there. As you can see, I have already downloaded it. This is the Live Server extension. If I search it up, it should be right here. Yeah, Live Server. This, as you can see, allows you to launch a development server to basically see what your web pages are what they actually look like. So yeah, basically the gist of it is there will be a go live icon right here, and if you click it, it'll launch a server and you'll be able to see your website. So that's important for running code. Now the next thing is to install HTML support, which I've already installed, but if you Google it, this should be this one. And you can install boilerplate code and snippets, and I'd actually recommend it because it saves you some time coding, but I'm not going to be using them, just so you learn the actual code better, because I'm not just using boilerplate code and snippets to code it really fast. You actually see me coding each thing, and I'll explain it. So you install this. This gives you support for both HTML and CSS. It opens it right here. And the next thing you want to do is install JavaScript support, which should be showing up soon. This is what I use, and pretty much allows me to code in JavaScript. There's some others. This is a debugger. There's some other stuff. Here are some general snippets that I like using on my own. This is the actual JavaScript. I'll get into JavaScript later, in specifically a later unit. But for now, you need this for later. So what you want to do is install this. You'll just click this button here. For me it says uninstall, but for you it should say install, unless you already have it. So now that we have everything, what you want to do now is actually create files. So I'll show you how to do that. So let's say I wanted to create a HTML file called demo. I'd go demo, but if I look over here, the HTML icon isn't showing itself, and if I just click enter, it's just a text file. Yeah, there's nothing special about it. So if I go rename right here, what I need to do is write demo.html, and as you can see, that icon changed and it's an HTML file. I can set the doc type to be HTML, and I can actually make a heading. Oops, it auto completed for me. Let's say I wanted, hello world. Let's see, save that, and the go live option isn't appearing right there. Yeah, that's because I already had it open. Yeah, as you can see, there's the hello world heading, there's the server. So yeah, now I'm going to teach you how to make an HTML file. Sorry, not HTML file, it's a CSS file. I'll call it demo again, and that's a CSS file. You can see that's the actual icon for CSS, and I'll get into this stuff later, in a later unit specifically, but what I really want to emphasize is the extension matters. If you just do CS, that's C#. That's a completely different language. it won't understand what you're doing. Likewise, if I just type in demo, it won't allow that. It'll just be a text file, which isn't what you want. What you want to do is call that CSS. Now, you can't have duplicates. As you can see, if I make another demo.css file, see, oops, it accidentally clicked on it. Yeah, it already exists at this location. Please choose a different name. Yeah, so you can't have duplicates. That's important. But if you change the actual extension, you can have the same name. So the extensions actually matter a lot. And this is actually how you create a JavaScript file. You have to make sure the extension is .js right there. And this is the JavaScript icon. Should display that. Oop. And yeah, as you can see, I can define a JavaScript variable.